Let's face it, most of us love animals. We admire their innocence, their playfulness, and the way they enrich our lives. Whether it's a loyal dog, a curious cow, or a gentle sheep, animals hold a special place in our hearts. But we also love meat, the aroma of a barbecue, the taste of a juicy steak, or the comfort of a family meal. These are traditions many of us cherish. That contradiction is at the heart of a system built on animal suffering, a reality that's easy to ignore but impossible to deny once you look closer. The meat on your plate almost always comes from animals raised in conditions far from the storybook farm. Instead, they're confined, stressed, and deprived of natural behaviors. Industrial animal agriculture is about maximizing protein at the lowest cost, not animal welfare. Efficiency and profit take priority over compassion. Imagine three tiers: decent, prison, and torture. Only a lucky few experience the first. Most animals are stuck in the last two, cramped, mutilated, denied any real life, their suffering hidden from view. This isn't rare. Billions of sentient beings endure this every year, even in countries that claim to care about animal welfare. The scale is staggering. Over 90% of pigs and chickens are raised in prison or torture conditions, yet only a tiny fraction of people avoid meat. The disconnect is profound. We've normalized cruelty for the sake of cheap food, even though it's a choice, not a necessity. Our habits shape the system. The technology and knowledge to do better exist. Humane alternatives and innovative solutions are already here. The only thing missing is the will to change. It's easier to look away than to confront the truth. We've decided convenience is worth more than compassion. But what if it isn't as costly to change as we think? What if small choices could make a big difference? Imagine if a better life for these animals cost less than your daily coffee. The price of change might be smaller than you expect. That's the real conversation we need to have. It's time to ask ourselves what kind of world we want to support with our choices. Let's dig into what's really happening behind your dinner and what you can do about it. Chickens are the most farmed land animal on the planet, over 26 billion worldwide, most living in misery and deprivation. Their lives are shaped by the relentless demands of industrial agriculture, where profit and efficiency come before their well-being. Egg-laying hens spend their entire lives in cages, so small they can't even spread their wings. They're denied the most basic natural behaviors, forced to exist in cramped, stressful conditions. To prevent stress-induced pecking, their beaks are seared off with hot blades, a painful procedure performed without anesthesia. And what about the male chicks? Killed by the billions, often ground up alive or suffocated in bags, their lives ended within hours of hatching, simply because they can't lay eggs and are considered worthless by the industry. Pigs, animals as intelligent as dogs, are confined indoors on bare concrete floors, unable to root or play. Their tails are cut off to prevent biting, a symptom of their stress and boredom. Piglets are castrated without painkillers, enduring intense pain in their first days of life. Mother pigs are trapped in crates so small they can't turn around for months, unable to care for their young or even move freely. Cows fare a bit better, but most beef cattle end up in crowded, filthy feedlots, standing in their own waste, fattened quickly for slaughter. Dairy cows are kept indoors, suffering painful injuries, lameness, and repeated pregnancies to keep milk flowing. Calves are taken from their mothers soon after birth, causing deep distress and trauma for both mother and child. Broiler chickens are bred to grow so fast their bodies can't keep up, suffering from painful deformities and heart failure. They live in pain and darkness until slaughter at just 6 weeks old. The common thread running through all of this: efficiency and profit at the expense of everything that makes life worth living for these animals, stripping them of comfort, dignity, and joy. This isn't farming. It's industrialized suffering on a massive scale, and it's all engineered for profit, not necessity, driven by a system that values output over compassion. But it doesn't have to be this way. There are kinder, more humane alternatives that respect animals and the earth. What would it cost to give these animals a decent life? Surprisingly little. Cage-free eggs cost just a fraction of a cent more. Outdoor access adds only a few cents. For pigs, ending gestation crates and providing pain relief costs mere cents per serving. Giving cows pasture access, or better living conditions, adds a small percentage to the price of milk or beef. For a chicken breast, a few extra cents can mean a life free from constant pain. The difference between misery and dignity is often less than the cost of your coffee's foam. The argument that we can't afford better animal welfare just doesn't hold up. At the store, labels are confusing by design. They are crafted to mislead and create a false sense of security. If there's no welfare label, assume the worst. The absence of information often hides the harsh realities of factory farming. Natural and farm fresh mean nothing about animal treatment, they're just marketing. These terms are designed to evoke a wholesome image without any real standards. Look for third-party certifications like Certified Humane, Animal Welfare Approved, or Global Animal Partnership. These labels indicate higher welfare standards. Even then, check the details. Some programs have multiple levels, and not all are equal. Higher levels often mean better conditions for the animals. Organic can help, but it's mostly about feed, not daily welfare. Organic standards focus more on what animals eat rather than how they live. The confusion is intentional. A confused shopper is more likely to buy the cheapest, cruelest option. This benefits companies that prioritize profit over animal welfare. Do a little research before you shop. Know which labels actually mean something in your country. Being informed can make a big difference. If possible, buy from local farmers and ask about their practices. Directly supporting ethical farming can lead to better animal welfare. Your choices matter. Every dollar is a vote for how animals are treated. Conscious consumerism can drive change in the industry. Don't let marketing hide the truth from your conscience. Make informed decisions and advocate for better treatment of animals. We can afford better animal welfare. Even a 50% price increase would only bring food spending back to 1980s levels. Reducing food waste, currently about 20% of meat bought, can offset higher prices. Buying less but better meat is another solution. Eat half as much, but choose higher welfare options. Meatless Mondays or cutting back a few meals a week makes a real difference. You can improve animal lives without breaking your budget. And if you want a truly ethical animal protein, try mussels. They don't feel pain and are good for the environment. Mussels are the ethical superstars of the seafood world. Every small change adds up. Your fork is a powerful tool for change. Use it wisely. We know the truth. Billions of animals suffer for cheap meat, and the cost to fix it is small. Every purchase is a vote. Choose high welfare labels, ask questions, and support better practices. Consumer pressure can change the industry faster than laws alone. Support organizations fighting for transparency and humane standards. Demand that governments ban the worst practices and mandate humane alternatives. This isn't about guilt, it's about responsibility and the power to do better. We can renegotiate the bargain. Less cruelty, more compassion, for just a little more. Let's demand a better deal for billions, starting with what's on our plates.